Hey guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Fundayz Sports Show. I'm Davey McBuckets, and God, we've got a great one for you today. We're live from Frosty's Bunkhouse here in Agar, South Dakota. I hope you enjoy.
Fundayz Sports, we're coming at you. Davey, Frosty, Big Fish, the crew. Kicking it back, talking games and more. Laughter and friendship, that's what we're here for. From touchdowns to home runs, we cover it all. Slam dunks, hat tricks, we're having a ball. No topics off limits, no play left behind. Just good times and hot takes you won't find online. It's the Fundayz Sports Show, where the fun never stops, don't you know?
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 2. This is the Fundayz Sports Show. I'm Davey McBuckets.
Frosty.
Big Fish.
We are back. We are here today in Frosty's Bunkhouse in Agar, South Dakota, home of legendary food and small town hospitality. Looking for the best meal of your week? Join Frosty's every Friday night for their famous prime rib dinner, tender, juicy, and cooked to perfection. And don't miss Mexican night every Saturday, featuring bold flavors, cold drinks, and great time with friends. Whether we're celebrating a big win or just hungry for something unforgettable, Frosty's Bunkhouse is the place to be. Today we are going to talk about Team USA's magnificent run, both the men's and the women's.
Oh, yeah.
Gold medalist, boys. First time in 46 years for the guys.
Gold is the best color, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's just weird that we beat the 51st state for both of them. Just
Now it probably puts an expedition on them expedite that. Let's get that gold medal back, fellas.
Yep.
I had my kids going, it's like, you know what rhymes with gold? They're like, USA hockey.
I think Shakespeare couldn't have put it better himself.
No. And it's crazy. I believe it was 46 years to the day from the miracle.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know about to the day, but it may have been. Just incredible. It's great to see Mike Eruzione too. Just kind of being there, seeing him all of these years later, because he was the captain.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that a little bit more kind of later on. We're going to take a little cruise of Frosty Island later, revisit a great Gray Zabel story, Super Bowl champion Gray Zabel. So I have a clip from season 1 that'll play for that one.
Nice.
We'll talk about a lot more. Cruise over to Frosty Island a bit later. In the meantime, we can talk hockey, boys.
Hey, you know what? Both teams, men and women, goaltending just stood on their heads the whole tournament.
You're not kidding.
Brick walls, man.
I mean, that ladies team didn't give up a goal until the final.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if I'm not mistaken, were both of them in overtime?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Both of them 2-1.
Canada.
fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
It's pretty phenomenal.
That's what legends are made of right there.
I mean, it really is.
It writes itself. Hollywood, get a movie. Let's go.
Yeah.
Miracle on Ice.
Twice. Oh,
Fuck, right there.
oh, boys. Let's end
Right
it.
there.
Catchphrase it.
I hope,
Copyright.
hopefully I can be in that movie.
I think we'll find a spot for you.
Yeah. I want to be a winger or something.
I'll be the guy number 5 in the crowd.
I just want to be Quinn Hughes.
Just
Have you guys see any interviews with Quinn Hughes during this time? Guy looks like he's just seen some demons and just come back to the real world.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, Jack the same way. Like, just grills just banged up hard.
What an iconic photo. Did you see that one at all?
I have not.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we'll pull that one up for you.
And then what he said, what he said was gonna go down in one of the quotes, all-time great quotes
No.
of hockey.
What is it?
Hold on, I'm telling you.
Fuck, well, I'm already researching something.
Yeah, like
God damn. Here we go.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Any listeners at home, he's got a bloody grin wearing the American flag around his shoulders.
I'll try and dub that in for him.
Oh,
too.
man.
Going to battle.
Tooth missing.
I mean, teeth missing.
Teeth missing,
He's got
yes.
That
Not
off,
just
he's got
one.
that off, the side of this one, blood everywhere, and he's just fucking cheesing. Just sitting there, American flag draped around him.
That's a smile only America and his mother can love.
This is what it used to look like before.
He was a handsome dude before. Now he
Yeah.
looks like a handsome dude that got fucked up at one point.
Plays
But
for
that's
the
hockey,
Devils.
though. You know, you're gonna catch one in the mouth every once in a while,
You
or get your teeth punched out. One of the two. It's just
you
gonna
expect
happen.
that those teeth they're just there for a bit. I mean, they're disposable.
Temporary, man.
Your permanent teeth are just temporary in hockey.
Man.
I don't know too many hockey. I mean, I know quite a few hockey players, but none of them. Like, man, you'd see them, then all of a sudden spit them out, and you're like,
Yeah, they got like that retainer, and the teeth fall out. And you're like,
Damn it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That and bull riders. I've seen a lot of bull riders like that too.
I suppose. Are there less now with the cages?
Yeah, less
There's
now,
less.
but there's still some guys every once in a while that
You see, so some guys won't ride with helmets
There's-
because
yeah.
it throws their equilibrium off.
yeah.
Sure.
Like Tua wouldn't wear a helmet, like was it them sleeves or whatever
The
the hell
Guardian
the
cap.
Guardian cap. There you go. The one person that it's kind of designed for.
yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. You might be on quarterback hunt soon.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be gone.
I don't know. Quinn Ewers. We'll see what happens. Quinn Ewers was doing a little deep dive on him down the rabbit hole and
Yep.
just kind of learning about left high school early because they'd said that high school players couldn't get NIL money. So then he took that deal. Then he went to Ohio State, spent his freshman year, which would have been his senior year at high school, at Ohio State. Then goes and transfers to Texas, stays and plays there.
Okay.
Makes ridiculous amount of money the entire time during NIL. And then what, sixth or seventh round?
Seventh rounder.
Seventh rounder to the Finns.
Yeah. And Ewers we trust right now, unless Malik Willis comes down on a nice discount, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Potentially.
I don't know. I'm just full on expecting the next 2 years, at least this next season for sure, to just be god awful. And you know what? That's just the reality of a rebuild. That's how it works.
Very
Sucks. We're probably going to trade back, I'm guessing, in the draft to get more draft capital, just to get more guys. But so it's going to be bleak for the next couple of years. But you know, eventually when they fire Jeff Halfley because he didn't make it, then we could do another rebuild. And like, they're not going to label it as a rebuild, but you know, it'll be like a rebuild. It's the Finn cycle.
You just got to wait for the next tank year, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be in 4 years probably. The next tank year.
Okay, let's see.
Or it could be next season. Tank for Arch. I don't know.
Do you want Arch?
Not really. I don't think he's got it. I'm interested to see with like this season pick up a veteran maybe. Have him compete with Ewers.
I think it'll be interesting to see what Arch Manning does this season too.
I was gonna say that's really gonna dictate where he goes.
He just didn't play a lot of football before this, and when he was playing, it was at a tiny little private school, and he's not playing against the best competition.
Well,
So you can go through, you can rep, you can do all these things, you can practice, but those real live game situations,
Oh, yeah.
are just, more fun.
Your last name helps out quite a little too.
Yeah,
well, I think that
Just a little
hurts
bit.
him a little bit too, though, in that aspect.
Well, I think
because everybody's expecting from a Manning playing quarterback, they're expecting God on earth, basically.
which I don't understand because you had Peyton and Eli.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, what? I guess there wouldn't be anything wrong with having an Eli career, but it's definitely not a Peyton Manning career.
no,
even though
those
they're
are two
both-
different careers.
Even
But-
though they're both
No, and he's
only
the-
two-time Super Bowl champions.
yeah, and they're both in the Hall of Fame, are they not? Or
Eli is not yet.
Eli is not. He's
Not
gonna
yet.
be. He's,
Well, yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
gonna be.
I can't believe they didn't put him in first ballot. That was definitely the biggest Hall of Fame snub that we had this
Yeah,
go
definitely.
around.
Definitely.
Bill Belichick, go fuck yourself.
Belichick.
Definitely wasn't Bill.
Wasn't.
Yeah,
Bill had nothing to do with it.
maybe they're waiting for his girlfriend to get a little older. You know,
Jesus.
Maybe he is too.
maybe he was 25 to get into the party. I don't know.
You know, he's got to be sitting there sometimes, and he's just like, I just don't have it in me tonight. I don't have it.
Yeah, I did good.
We're on to next week.
On to Cincinnati.
On to Cincinnati.
Oh, I do want to go back a little bit just to USA hockey, and I want to bring up the story, kind of a heartwarming story a heartbreaking story on a heartwarming day. Just the Johnny Gaudreau story. You guys aware of that one?
Yep.
So the brothers last year, night before their sister's wedding, both killed in a drunk driver was trying to go around traffic, drove up and then hit both of them. It was really cool. After the win, Team USA brought out his kids and then had them down on the ice. They were holding the Gaudreau jersey, and just that they got to be there. And the way that I think it was Kenny Albert said that made a lot of sense to me. It was those kids are never going to get the opportunity to know their dad.
Yeah,
Because they're too young. But memories like that and what the community does, just rallying around it, it's awesome to see.
Yep.
So shout out Johnny Hockey. This one's for you, buddy. Man, would have been great to have him, but I know this team was propelled by that too.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. And they were super, they had a chip on their shoulder because at the Four Nations, when Canada decided to
Oh yeah, boo the old national anthem.
boo the national anthem, then those guys got to stand there and listen to the national anthem with their silver medals in their hands.
Yeah, by the way, how's those tariffs?
Tariffs.
50%.
I said, wow, they're great tariffs. They're going to love our tariffs.
They're going to love them. They're going to be huge.
They're going to be huge.
No,
Wow, what beautiful tariffs.
I can't find it, but that Jack Hughes, his speech afterwards, man, it was just straight about how he loves. This is all about our country.
Yep.
It's like, he talks about the brotherhood of USA hockey, and I'm sure that whole booing.
Oh, yeah, they talked about that in the locker room.
It's got to be big, and it's one of those things. It takes something like that, I feel like, to really take NHL players and just energize them that this really is the biggest tournament of them all.
Yeah.
It's once every 4 years, and you've got to showcase that year, and since 1980, we hadn't.
Yep.
So just go through that, wake up at 7 a.m. just to watch a damn hockey game.
All of
I love
America. Man, it was crazy seeing my Facebook feed, people that were like, I've never watched a minute of hockey before in my life.
Dude.
And today I got up to watch this game.
Hell yeah. And for me, that's what the Winter Olympics are all about. I don't seek out to watch skeleton world championships throughout the year. I don't watch any figure skating meets ever. But you can bet when the red, white, and blue is competing and it's on TV. Thank you, Peacock.
Yep. I've watched an absurd amount of curling this year.
Ooh,
What a great sport.
It's amazing.
that's great.
I wish they had it on TV more often, to be honest with you, because it is quite captivating.
It's another one for me. Every 4 years, I can do it. Maybe some Olympic qualifying.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
I know, Rap.
I want ESPN 8 the Ocho all year round. Let's just do that, because there's some fun, random-ass shit that they put on there.
It'd be really nice. Actually, you were on ESPN, Clark.
We were at the Zabel residence. We made the list. Tana called me and said, Grace said we'd like you and Patty to be there for the draft night. And I'm a softie. I actually started crying on the phone because I love that stuff. And it was very emotional to be a part of it and to be standing when the phone call comes in and you're watching it on TV. And
I bet you could have heard a pin drop when that phone call came.
it got pretty quiet, and then it got pretty loud.
Yep.
And the party went long. So I had to work the next day, and it wasn't the best work.
Wasn't a fun time?
productivity day. No,
Yeah.
but
No, but you still showed up. You still
showed
did
up.
it.
No, and I said the same thing. Like,
showed up.
I don't think like the people I don't think a lot of people in Pierre or like even our surrounding areas grasp how huge that moment was for not just Gray and the Zables, but for every kid in the small town era that, like this can happen to anybody.
yeah.
It's just not a big, it's just not a big city thing.
Well, and then the next night, they had the deal at the Larkspur up there, and there were 500 plus, 700 people there. I mean, excuse me, it just shows you how much he means to the community and his family and how grounded they are. I mean, his parents are just so humble. And, Mark and I grew up in Selby together, and Mark's brother Matt and I were best friends growing up and still are today. But Tana and I were, turned 21 the same day in Aberdeen in college. And
Nice.
that's another story. That was,
Yeah.
but
I can imagine it.
we've been really good friends with them for a long time. Our kids played sports together. I got a great Gray story. We had Christian Leitner, who comes out hunting with us every year out here at Fall Nelson.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we become buddies with Christian, and Alan Bertram started bringing him back for camps and things.
Yep.
So Gray and my son Quinn were probably in 5th grade. So we go down to winter for the camp, and Peyton and Lincoln are the older Zabel and older Georgie brothers were at the different, the young guys went first, the old guys went second. And after camp, we loaded up, and I said, okay, we're going through McDonald's. And so we pull up, and so what does everybody want? Gray hollers from the back seat, I want 6 McDoubles, 6 McChickens, 3 large fries, a shake, and a Dr. Pepper.
That's $100 on today's McDonald's menu.
He said, Gray, you're not getting 12 sandwiches. Well, it's only they're $1 a piece on the McValue.
That's such a fucking ridiculous answer.
He said, I don't care if they're $1 or not. You're not getting 12 sandwiches.
He's like, the value, though.
And he goes, well, how many can I get? And I said, well, how many are you going to eat? Well, I'd eat 12 if you want. The kid's in 5th grade. So I got him 3 chickens, 3 burgers, fries. We didn't hit the winter city limit sign going out of town, and he had polished it off.
That's not very far either.
Yeah.
Changing focus a little bit. Big Fish, what's going on in the basketball world?
Ooh. Well, I will tell you in the state of South Dakota.
Regale us with your stories. Miguel!
I'll give it to you. Mapialuta.
What the
AKA.
Pialuta?
Mapialuta. It's Red Cloud. It's
Okay.
Dakota for Red Cloud.
Okay. All
They're
right.
girls basketball team.
Okay.
It's still like they're on a revenge tour
Well,
from last year because they were down 1 in the state title game, and the other team rushed the court before the time came out. So it should have automatically been a technical and send a person to the line. They did call it technical.
ooh.
So this year, these girls are on a revenge tour, and they are absolutely, let me see,
It's destroying people.
margin of wins are incredible. I think it's to standings. They're plus 40 in their every win.
Plus 40.
Yes.
Anything besides girls' high school basketball you got going on?
Little kids basketball.
Hey, let's talk little kids basketball.
Let's
So what's going on with kids right now? Like, there's
Stop.
been an issue.
Oh man, there's a lot of issues with these kids.
That's a fucking hell of a chance.
That was a translation. No, but I will repeat myself.
You know where I stand on girls' high school basketball.
Continue about the children.
The young kids, young kids, high school basketball players. I don't care if you're boys, girls, if you're third grade, especially when you're younger. Like, stop falling in love with the NBA. Like, you're not strong enough to shoot threes. I know some of them shoot kind of at a high clip, but it's going to be detrimental to them later down the line.
For sure.
Because their shot clock gets built different now. And like we talked about, like, in this whole pay to play, like, parents, don't get so fancy because this pay to play isn't necessarily the best thing in the world for your kid.
Sure.
And it's not the best thing in the world for exposure. I mean, you have the internet, you have everything. And I mean, other college D1 coaches have said, like, we don't particularly go to any of these AAU teams or tournaments to be like, all right, we got to find our next 5 kids. He's like, we have the kids marked. You know, and he said it's just fun to see those. He goes, it's fun to see those kids outside of their element from their normal, comfortable team.
Working with other people.
Work and see how they work, because he's obviously they're leaving their team to come to you.
Yeah, different coach, different system.
And I just feel like that pay for play thing is just killing kids, because kids don't get together anymore and play 21. I mean, I remember we might be 7-on-7 playing all out 21, and it was a battle.
Yeah.
I mean, you were bleeding, and of course fouls. I mean, well, there wasn't any.
There's no fouls. There's no ref.
No ref, and that's what kids are getting.
Like 1980s NBA.
Yeah, like kids are getting so overcoached.
Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes were right there with me.
Oh boy, that was a tough duo. That was one of the all-time greatest.
Duo.
Tough, man.
Talking about Jordan and Pippen.
Yeah,
Talking
They
about
don't ever
Allison
get-
and Snipes.
they don't ever get mentioned in the greats. Why?
They
never get mentioned.
Jordan and Pippen?
That's
Never.
crazy. I mean, dumped. I mean, give it.
Allison and Snipes.
I just think that
Greatest
in this whole pay for play, like we talked about, if your kid is an elite kid and their fundamentals, and anybody can sit down and watch them, and like you said, it don't matter, boy, girl. Like, if their fundamentals are elite, get them to an AAU program. Like, get them to an AAU program, but it don't have to be their freshman, sophomore. Maybe their junior year. If you're that good, people are going to notice you now. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
and it comes from, I mean, the boys. I mean, they start from track to football. People start recognizing athletes. And I always tell these kids, too, like, some of these kids get down on themselves, so they're like, well, I didn't have a very good game. Only had 6 points. Yeah? Well, you played defense. 94 feet of the floor. Both, like, hardcore defense.
Play
Yeah,
great
points
defense.
And you rebound. Like, then, like, I always explain to these kids, colleges are looking for kids that can defend.
Yeah.
That if they need a 40-point scorer, they'll go get themselves a 40-point scorer. They're not looking to have every kid on the floor that can score 40, because you're going to end up giving up 200 a game, because you're like, hey, sorry, man, I don't play defense.
You see some of these high school kids that are putting up those 40 points a game, then they go to the next level and you never hear of them again,
No.
because they don't have any other aspect of their game.
Boom. And I think a lot of those kids are not strong enough. Like, these kids get away from the weight room so fast, because I've seen it. You can really tell it, like the girls, like when these got these phenomenal, like, 8th grade freshman girls, they're just tearing shit up, and then they take that next step. Then it's hard for kids because they're not physically as strong as everybody else. So I mean, like, that weight room is 100%
Oh, yeah.
gonna make you.
It's a difference maker.
It's a difference, because, like we talked about, if you're from South Dakota, it's always like, God damn, that kid's farm tough right there. you know?
Farm strength, man.
And even my buddies at Hardin County, if you're in South Dakota, man, those guys are rancher strong. Like, you don't dick with those guys.
Sure.
And even one of my buddies said up there, he's like, it just don't get you where it used to get you. He goes, you gotta be athletically strong now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
And also farm strength, though, a lot of that change, too, is how much mechanics and operation.
Oh, yeah. There's nobody throwing square barrels anymore.
no, and it's,
Yeah.
Round
No, I mean,
barrels.
like the good old-fashioned country boy.
and and like,
Stronger than shit, love to pick up off the ground.
when you
Yeah.
think about these kids, you think about these kids now up here, I mean, you can send your kid to the performance and train them for speed. You know, back in the day,
Which you really have to do.
you
If-
have to.
If South Dakota wants to catch up or keep going with this momentum that they've got now with all these guys who are starting to get all of this national recognition,
Oh yeah.
and instead of tight ends and linemen, which is amazing, it's great to have them. Start getting some of those skill position guys in the weight room a little bit better, getting stronger, playing up to that higher level. That'll end up making the difference.
Yeah.
It's like Lincoln over at Ohio State, now going to go play at Louisville, but he won the Iron Buckeye Award for this year, which they give out to the guy who works the hardest in the weight room.
Yeah.
And people won't wonder, it's like, okay, how did Lincoln Keenholz go from Pierre, South Dakota, going to start Division I, been at Ohio State for 2 or 3 years? 3 years?
This is 3. Yeah,
So,
it was
yeah,
3.
he's got 2 years of eligibility left.
Heck yeah. But, like, how does that guy make it in a nationally recognized program? And really, if you break it down, not taking anything away from him, but that wasn't making it at Ohio State. Sucks with saying coming in one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. But still, like, that type of tenacity, that type of working commitment, and still not quite having that opportunity.
Yep.
But that's where now he's going to the different spot, and then he's going to be able to transfer those skills that he's been working on. He's not going to
Practice. And, I mean, like the Ohio State thing, I mean, go back and look at all the great quarterbacks that couldn't even make the field and transferred somewhere else. Boom, instant success.
Yeah, just because you're not making it at one school doesn't mean you're not a good player.
Okay. No, I mean, you get, I think people, you know, like, I had one guy talk about back home, he was like, oh, those kids ain't even playing. You realize what it takes if you're one of the kids that are on Ohio State's football program?
Right.
Like, it isn't because somebody knew somebody that got you on the slot.
No.
At Black Hill State, or, you know,
Sure.
one of these little D2 schools around here. Like, you earned that. And they seeked you. I mean, they came in,
Oh, yeah.
you know? I mean, it was kind of crazy seeing their coach, you know, was at a lot of the high school football games here. You know, they're just like, what's up, bro? Like,
What's all wrong,
Yeah.
man?
aren't there? Nice Ohio State stuff. Did you just buy it?
Here's a play you guys should run.
Turns out it was free.
The round-a-do flipperoo.
I was playing
I'm gonna
96
get you a
college.
national championship.
I was playing 96 college football. I wrote this play down. It worked every time. You're going to have to hit that tight end.
The only coach out there who might take that play is Andy Reid.
But no, I just think kids need to get back, like, just to playing basketball, like, and watching basketball. I don't think kids watch basketball anymore either, because you can yell at
Yeah.
this kid and you're like, hey, the back door is open, and they're like,
What?
And watching clips of a guy in the NBA crossing somebody over
Mhm.
and then making a shot and then jogging back, that's not watching basketball.
no.
No.
And I tell a lot of those kids, I said, I know this sounds dumb, and you guys are gonna like hit me. I said, watch a lot of like catch like a WNBA game that's got two great teams, because those guys are fundamental. Like
Yeah.
like the NBA, like NBA is not.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard.
It's a much different game now, and that game doesn't translate to what we see here on a high school court
No.
or in youth basketball.
Youth basketball, I mean, you take WNBA, there are a lot of picks, a lot of rolls, a lot of backdoor cuts. You know, things that can translate to a high school boy here. You know,
Yeah.
or the girls. You know, I mean,
There, you got Celtics, Lakers in the background. There, everybody on the court is so fast. It's less about congestion of going to set the picks, because then you're just going to clog up the floor.
yeah.
That's where you need your space and your motion, and that's how you can shoot on the perimeter. But they're also playing, they've got 20 more possessions a game than they did when Jordan was playing. It's just a different game where you do have to have a stretch big that's going to run the entire court. You can't have them going post up, because then you're going to get screwed on the breakaways.
And
You
it's
got to
like,
have motion. You got to have somebody at the top.
and I really like my kids. You know, every kid I coach now that's young, like our tempo is to go. Like, let's go. Like, I
Right.
gave you an offense, but then and I think this is why kids need to just go outside and play without people, because we give them an offense, and then you have like kids that would have a layup because the back door is wide open, but then they're like, wait a minute, like, coach, I'm supposed to be here, and this girl's gonna start the first cut. But I was like, kids, like, if you find yourself that defender's up and doesn't see you, go. I don't care about the play. We got smart enough kids that can pass the ball and see the floor.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they're, obviously, like we said, not the NBA, but maybe the WNBA for a lot of these kids, just to see that fundamental where, the NBA is playing at a foot above the backboard, under the square.
Yeah.
Where, like, these kids, and I know people make fun of me for it, but, like, these kids can relate to these WNBA players that play at the rim. Because a lot of high school kids, we always said high school plays at the rim, college plays at the white box, and the NBA, obviously, they play
from wherever.
NBA plays Space Jam. They're on Monster Mountain.
Especially when guys like Wemby now.
Yeah,
dude.
Wemby, Giannis,
man.
Joel Embiid. It's like 7-footers can play.
So what I like to watch sometimes now for college basketball is like on a rant. I'm at the bar all the time in the middle of the afternoon, doing stuff. It's like you get some of the prime time fucking like, okay, so like Holy Cross versus Bucknell. Okay,
Perfect.
Holy Cross is 10-19. Bucknell is 8-21. They're two amazing records right there. The 72-63. Wasn't that great of a game. But the other day I was watching, I can't remember who the hell it was now, but it was two no-name colleges that I've never seen. And it went into overtime, dude. And I stopped doing what I was doing and I watched it. And it was entertaining as all get out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, none of those guys, they're going to be a freaking bank teller somewhere or do something like that. Or maybe play in the European League somewhere.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Asia, Europe,
whatever.
whatever.
Money might overseas.
It's just fun watching those guys put their heart and soul into that shit. And it's like 10-19, bro.
10-19.
10-19.
Whole heart
Okay.
and soul.
Okay, this is our house. I'm doing this. This is our house 10 times out of 19.
I love the point about watching WNBA. Just for fundamentals. For fundamentals. And I've always told people to make that same kind of breakdown when they're looking at their golf game too. If you're looking at PGA Tour players and like you want to play like Bryson, you want to play like Scotty Scheffler, it's like those guys have some terrible mechanics for the everyday golfer. Tiger destroyed his back completely and totally. By far the best golfer in the world during a large stretch of time. But don't watch PGA Tour guys because guess what? You're an average Joe. You're probably not going to hit 340 consistently. You're not going to hit your 6 iron 230 yards. It's just not going to happen. But where you can see a good translation, go watch LPGA Tour golf.
Yeah.
Average guy, yeah, you can hit it 265, 270. Pump it up with the longer ladies on tour. They're around like 310, 320. Talking about Nelly Korda, that's like top end max. But they're doing it with less strength than the guys on the PGA Tour are doing it. Where they're honing in with so much practice and their bad habits. They're mechanically by far the best at what they do because you're getting the maximization out of physics, mechanics, equipment and technology, everything along those lines.
It just comes into the, you were talking, I was golfing with that kid. I can't remember how far we were out. He goes, yep, muscle on, 8 iron. He said, what do you hit? 6. I said, why would you hit a 6 from here? Why would you give everything you had to try to carry that 8 iron that far when you can have an easy swing? Like, there's no money on the line. Like, I'm going to easy swing this. Yeah. And give myself a chance instead of blowing my Achilles heel out from.
Yeah.
And typically your misses are smaller that way.
Yeah. I told him, I was like, man, you just club up and smooth swing it, and it goes. But he's like, it's cooler when you muscle these shorter irons. Like,
Yeah, it's really not.
The other thing, I just know.
there wasn't someone sitting at the clubhouse going, oh, God.
Yeah, no shit.
You see that 8 iron?
Dude, that I could have seen. It was 300.
I think it was an 8 iron.
He was 3 holes away from us, but I think that was an 8 iron. He just pumped, kids just gotta break things down and make it easy. And like any sport, like you said, like hockey, golf. Break it down so it's easy for you. Like, don't chase someone that you're not.
The one thing I've learned about golfing personally myself is don't compare yourself
No.
to other people. The minute you start doing that, it's going to be a bad time.
Arnold
Because-
Palmer used to put up.
Used to golf with this motherfucker a lot, and we're like, yeah, we're 150 yards out. That's a 5-iron for me. He said, no, I'll use my wedge.
Yeah, no.
Or whatever the hell you use in that situation. I don't know, putter? You putter at
I'm
Not
not
a bitch.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you though, because same way with golf with Dak. Like you don't look what club he grabs.
No, it fucks with
It's
you.
just different.
You know,
It's a whole other setup.
he might be grabbing his 56, and then you're looking at like, oh shit. Like,
I'm
you
using
know,
a
and then
niner.
you're the guy that is like, everybody's like, hey, what glove you grabbing? And everybody's like, 56. You're like, yeah, that's. I'm just swinging a little bit straighter 56 than you guys are. You know, like, it's not.
What are you in? Hybrid. Going with hybrid.
Can I have my driver from here? How does that work?
Just gonna do a nice little bump and rub.
DOD boys. Here we go. Drive around the deck.
Yeah,
I've been working on that, and
So-
it's interesting. That path with the old driver off the deck, it's a little tougher.
But I do. I feel that like
Yeah.
you nailed it. Like these kids, mom, dad, don't pay for travel basketball. Like get your kid better. Like I mean, there's so many, and now like we didn't have this stuff. Get on TikTok. There is so many people giving instructionals with just dribbling.
Free lessons constantly.
Free lessons. Like that's the best thing that you can do. Like and ask somebody. Like I'm always willing to help kids. But a lot of kids don't want to come for my help because we run it my way. We don't run it
The other way.
the other way. Like
Sure.
we're fixing your shot, and that's it. Like you know, I mean, we will work on dribbling, but like my main goal is like, hey, we have to set your shot up because I always tell one coach, he's like, what would you do? They were terrible. He's like, what would you do? I said, well, I'd come and practice. I'd have everybody shoot 10,000 shots, go home. Because what about defense? I get defense wins, but when you're not good at offense, you can play the best defense in the world and never have a chance of winning a game.
You still gotta score.
You still got to score. Jamie Land, the great basketball philosopher down the road.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He told me, he goes, you know, it don't matter what age group, from 3rd grade to pros, 8 foot, it's got to be one shot, one kill.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got to be. So if parents, if your kid isn't shooting a 95% clip from 10 feet, he don't need travel basketball to go practice one day a week for you to travel to Atlanta and play 6 games the next weekend.
He needs Jesus.
Yeah, you don't get. You don't get better that way.
No, you never get better that way. But these people are so buffalo that their kid's gonna get noticed. Like if your kid doesn't, if you got a stud athlete right now in this world of
In this day and age,
yes, TikTok, you know, like Facebook,
there's 1,000
Twitter.
eyes on you all the time.
you know, I mean,
Exposure is right at your fingertips.